Welcome. Please go right ahead.
Senator Carney, Representative Kuhn, members of the Judiciary Committee. My name is Roberta Manter, and I am the founder of Maine ROADWays, residents and owners on abandoned and discontinued ways. I speak for people statewide who have problems with such roads. I get about one new complaint a week or more. Problems range from conflict between who can use the road and who has to maintain it, to one landowner denying another all access to their home. Many disputes can only be resolved in court. But many residents on these roads bought their property because it was cheap and that was all they could afford. Then they find themselves pouring money into the road while others tear it up, or find they have no access to their home and they can't afford an attorney. Pine Tree Legal won't take these cases. Too often, law enforcement tells them this is a civil matter, take it to court. In frustration, people often take matters into their own hands. Some bully their way through to open a road up with a bulldozer. Others put up a locked gate, a row of boulders, or both, denying access to other homes. Many brandish weapons, from fists to firearms. One man was assaulted, breaking his eye socket and several ribs. The attacker claimed it was a citizen's arrest for trespassing, although there was evidence that the road was in fact a public easement and therefore open to unfettered public use. The victim of the assault can't afford an attorney and is still waiting to be pro se in court. When I married my husband in 1981, he had a pending lawsuit against a logging firm that had utterly destroyed the discontinued road that he had rebuilt for access to his home. I remember his attorney saying that it had taken him some time to wrap his head around the idea that his time was worth $1 a minute. Now the rate is $5 a minute and up. A person on minimum wage would have to work half a week to buy 1 hour of an attorney's time. My husband won the lawsuit, but it did not, as we had hoped, determine the legal status of the road. It simply said the logger had to reimburse him for the gravel he had put into the road. His time was not included. So the logger paid him $1,500, and the attorney kindly reduced his bill to just $1,800. We had $300 less to rebuild the road than if he had not filed suit. And since the suit failed to determine the legal status of the road, problems continued.
Ma'am, may I just interrupt you for a moment? Are you here to testify in support of LD 1022?
Yes.
Okay, please continue.
Then the town sued us to prove the road was abandoned with a public easement retained. As pro se's, we didn't have a chance. We now maintain 3/4 of a mile of public road at private expense. After that, there was a new logging operation about every 2 years for the next 20, until most of the wood was gone. Cleared land was sold for homes without warning the buyers about the road. The Maine Constitution, Section 19, says every person, for an injury inflicted on the person or the person's reputation, property, or immunities, shall have remedy by due course of law, and right and justice shall be administered freely and without sale, completely and without denial, promptly and without delay. You swore to uphold the Constitution. Please vote LD 1022 ought to pass. And I'd love to give you examples or explain how these situations really need court representation if I had the time, but I know I'm probably out.
All right, well, thank you. Let's see if there are any questions. Any questions, committee members? All right, not seeing any. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for your time.